Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daily Journal series. We're starting it off today pretty strong, almost at 1,000,000 Snorlax strength, which isn't all that great. It's better than most people right now, I think, because I know a lot of people ran nursery teams for the Good Sleep event, which I'm like, about. It's kind of funny, I woke up this morning to... So I've got 4 level 60 Pokemon on the team right now, and with the boost last night, I actually collected 3 handy candies in one night from the overflow XP gauge, this thing. I got like 3 of them off of a single night of sleep, which was kind of crazy. It's not an optimal way of using this event and the XP boosts, but I just wasn't bothering because I didn't have the growth incense to use anyway for the sake of really getting more out of it, and I'm more concerned about just getting decent Snorlax strength and leveling up my meal this week, so I didn't bother with the nursery team this week, despite there being a little bit of a boost there. But, oh well, let's get right into the sleep session. I also do want to talk about the news, the recent news that we got, talking about Braviary and the event that's happening next week. Anyway, got a full night of sleep. That looks like... Ooh, I think that's dozing. Maybe slumbering. Dozing, okay. Yeah, my dozing percents are off quite a bit, so it gives me that more often. So that's... Most interesting stuff there is Grubbin candy. Hopefully we get some Grubbins, Vikavolts, you know, in that realm. We do have 8 spawns, though, which makes sense, because the Drowsy power was tripled, so... Yeah. Oh man, quite the spawns. There's a Mimikyu, huh? Honestly, oh, there's a Caterpie though. I'll probably go for the Caterpie. Lots of Haunters. I guess Gengar candy is good for whenever the next level comes out. I'm gonna need a lot of candy because my Gengar's XP gain's down. So getting a lot of Ghastly candy stockpiled is not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty, nothing is hungry this morning. If the Mimikyu was hungry, I'd go for it, but Mimikyu is kind of a difficult catch, and pretty soon Braviary is coming around to do exactly what Mimikyu already does, so we're gonna catch a Caterpie. I'm still kind of hoping to get a Butterfree in case the next island's Bug-type berry. Butterfree's not bad, and I'd love to have a great one. Butterfree is like the definition of mid, I feel like, in this game. Alrighty. I think that's the only thing here that I'm really interested in catching today. So let's finish on up. Thank you, Neroli. Always making serious strides around here. We'll send out the Mimikyu because it's a rare candy. Oh, 19k Dream Shards, not bad, not bad. Certainly not what I would have expected from a Tuesday night, but it makes sense with the triple Drowsy power. Docile Nature, that's neutral. Ooh, Helping Bonus, but it's really only got Helping Bonus. It's got like nothing else going for it. I could get this thing to skill level 6 if I just evolved it twice and then got it to level 50, which would be kind of funny. But, yeah, not worthwhile at all. He's just kind of funny. He doesn't know what he's doing. That'd be a funny guy to run during a skill event boost, but not worth it. Not worth any kind of investment. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not really doing much this week. But I do want to talk about. So for those of you that didn't see my news video, there was some new news. They're talking about the Super Skill Week, new arrivals, Rufflet and Braviary. I'm actually intending to go to Snowdrop Tundra. Now, for those of you that know my long-term plans and have watched the channel for a while, you'd probably be surprised that I'm intending to go to Snowdrop Tundra, but I've got my reasons. So, My biggest hunt right now is Pawmi. And as you can see here, Pawmi spawns at Snowdrop Tundra, so it's boosted. It's not green grass, so it's not going to be super watered down. I could go the old gold power plant, where it's going to Pawmi's probably going to spawn a little bit more often because there's less things. But additionally, I'm kind of interested in Rufflet. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't think it will be, because, I mean, like, Mimikyu is okay. Actually, it's pretty good if you get a good one. But the biggest problem with Mimikyu is that it's rare, and 16 pips. Well, this is a Mimikyu-like option that doesn't cost 16 pips, or probably won't cost 16 pips. I've seen some people theorizing that it's going to be 16 pips. I don't know where that's coming from. Like, 16 pip Pokemon in this game are always ones, at least so far, have always been the ones that are single stage Pokemon, or were originally single stage Pokemon in their original release in their like home game, and then got evolutions later. Like Sneasel originally was a single stage, but then got Weevil later. Onix, originally single stage, got Steelix in a later generation. That's not the case with Rufflet. It shouldn't be a 16 pip Pokemon. The devs could throw us a curveball. I doubt it, though, because people have been complaining about the amount of 16 pip Pokemon, and it wouldn't make any sense to make Braviary or Rufflet a 16 pip catch. So, for any of you that have had that concern, I wanted to address that, because it's not just one person that I saw thinking that. I saw multiple people make that assumption, which kind of surprised me. Anyway, so yeah, Rufflet spawning at, it's the only spawn that has greater appearance rate instead of slightly greater appearance rate. Slightly greater appearance rate really doesn't boost spawns that much. When I did the calculations for Sneasel back for the New Year's event, it came out to actually be roughly the same as getting the Sleep type on a non-event week versus getting Pseudo Balance but having the slightly greater boosted rates. So this more I just see as counteracting the effects of Pseudo Balanced for watering down the spawns. But greater appearance rate means it's actually going to spawn at a greater appearance rate. So if you want to hunt it, this is the week to do it. Snowdrop Tundra is where it's spawning, and also at Cyan and Greengrass, but Cyan doesn't have Pawmi, and I also want to be hunting Pawmi. And Greengrass, it does have both, but it's Greengrass, there's so many spawns there, I'm probably not going to encounter a good amount of either, so that's why I'm choosing Snowdrop. And for those of you that are concerned about my Valentine's Day plans, after this week I'll be at 70% Island Boost at OGPP. At the old gold power plant, I'll be having 70% after this week. If you look at a calendar, after this week is over, after next week is over, we still have the week of the 27th to the 2nd to get one more week in. And then there's still another week after that, or 2 weeks almost after that, before Valentine's Day would be around. No, just 1 week. There's still another week after that before Valentine's Day week, which means I'd be able to get to the 75% Island Boost that I want to have for the Valentine's Day event, for hopefully reaching my goals of Master 20 at the old gold power plant. Now, what are my plans? Now, I talked about this briefly in my strategy guide video because I touched on this strategy that I'm running, but I'm looking at this. This I think is hilarious. Now, this is not worth it. I want to go into this saying this is not optimal. Don't take this as me saying this is an optimal team. I think it's just a funny team that has some interesting ideas. I'm sure I could get more strength out of the event if I really optimized it, but I just want to have fun. And this Vaporeon, this is going to be a hefty investment, but I understand the costs there, because this Vaporeon, in reality, right now looks actually like something like this. I have the Eevee Candy, though, and I have the Dream Shards. So I am willing to do this legitimately, and I have the Water Stone as well to get it there, because I think this is a fun idea. This Heracross is also something like level 20, and it doesn't have a main skill seed. I'm willing to invest the main skill seed, and my reasons for doing that is because, yes, this is a one-off week team. Oh, also Dedenne, notably, is like level 28. I have the candy to get to level 30, though, to get that those extra apples. Additionally, I would have to put 2 skill seeds into it. I've got the skill seeds. And I don't know what else to do with them. I'm eventually going to get more skill seeds, and if you don't use the skill seeds when you got them, then they just sit in the bag. Eventually, I guess they could come out if I caught a great skill specialist, but these are all great skill specialists. You look here, I've got Skill Trigger M, Health Speed M, Speed of Help Up Nature on the Vaporeon. That is a great skill combo. I'm not afraid to put Eevee Candy into that, because this one doesn't even take a skill seed. I'm not afraid to put Eevee Candy into that, because, you know, I know I'm going to use that eventually. Like, it's a good Pokemon. Dedenne, one of the top of the metagame. I've got a Skill Chance Up Nature one that has double Help Speed. Sure, there's no extra skill trigger in the sub-skills, but, like, double Help Speed is pretty good. And it's got Berry Finding S to make it even extra good at, like, the old Gold Power Plant. So, I'm not, like, not going to ever invest in these Pokemon. So, it's just now pushing my hand to use these skill seeds now. And Heracross is getting a buff literally tonight. I'm recording this on the day that they're closing the game for maintenance to give this guy a frequency buff, which is one of the most powerful buffs in the game. With Skill Trigger M, a main skill chance up Nature, it's got double trigger. Sure, it doesn't really have much for help speed or other things in the sub-skills, but also Berry Finding S. Berry Finding S is among a very powerful sub-skill. It's not that useful right now for Bug-type berries, but I think that at the next island, there's probably going to be Bug-type berries favored. So I know that's great, and it's going to get even better at producing berries once they give it a frequency boost. So it also takes a little less skills level investment because it's got skill level BEM, so it only takes 1 skill seed instead of, you know, 3 to get to max level, like it is going to for some of these other Pokemon. And yeah, now the other one is sub-skill seeds. So this Heracross doesn't actually look like this yet. He looks like this, unfortunately. So it'll take a sub-skill seed. The other thing about this Vaporeon that I mentioned before, it doesn't look like this. I didn't put in the last ones because I was being lazy. It actually looks like this. But I have the sub-skill seeds, and I want to use them. I want to have fun. I know the costs. I know it's suboptimal, but I'm going to do it because I think it's fun. Because the whole concept here is Vaporeon and Heracross giving me just boatloads of just completely random ingredients. Flareon. This Flareon already exists, so this one doesn't need an investment. I've already put 2 skill seeds into it, so it's going to have max skill level anyway. Making the pot bigger, so I can actually consume 447 ingredients per day. I don't want to be using a good camp ticket on this event, because I burned up like all my good camp tickets, and I want to make sure I have one for the Valentine's Day event, should we have a Valentine's Day event. So I don't want to use a good camp ticket because I want to be saving that. And there's no way I'm using this many ingredients per day without a good camp ticket or a pot increaser. And what luck, pot increasers are boosted this week. And then Dedenne, just to round it all out and make our meals stronger with extra crits. I think the RNG is just going to be so fun. And you can probably just see the smile that this idea brings to my face, because normally I'm all caught up in optimization. I'm all caught up in what's the best way we can min-max this to the nth degree. And I do like doing that. That is what I find fun in this game. So I'm not opposed to doing some suboptimal things just for the sake of fun. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. Because, I mean, as you can see here, it's only outputting Master 4 at Snowdrop. But honestly, Master 4 still gets me what I want. It still gets me... Sorry about that, if you hear that. Give me one moment. That's my wake-up alarm on my watch. I forgot I had it set. I wake up earlier before it, but it's kind of a backup emergency thing. In case I end up sleeping way later than I expect. Anyway, because I do have to go to work eventually, so yeah. Yeah. If I give them these boosts, if I use the sub-skill seeds, then it does boost it up to, like, Master 5. Like I said, these are long-term investments, though. They're not just things in the here and now. They're things that I am happy to invest into in this capacity, so... because I know I'll actually end up using them long-term anyway. Now, the reason for Wigglytuff instead of Gardevoir, you guys might be surprised by this, because I use my Gardevoir all the time. The Wigglytuff's actually better, and it doesn't get to see the light of day all that often because I like to use my Gardevoir instead. But the biggest thing that holds my Wigglytuff back is the fact that I just haven't fully skill seed invested it. I've kept it at level 5 instead of level 6. It actually gets more procs per day than my Gardevoir does, because as you can see here, I have skill trigger M, help speed M, and a skill up nature. This thing is a phenomenal Wigglytuff. The reason why I haven't invested it all the way is because I think that there might be a skill level 7 one day, and I'm hoping that by the time that it comes around, it'll be when level 75 exists, and then I can just level it up the rest of the way, don't have to invest the skill seeds. I'm not using it anyway, so it's not like I'm holding myself back in most circumstances, but the only way that I'm holding myself back is because I'm using the Gardevoir, which is technically actually worse because I have worse sub-skills on it, but it's shiny, so I'm having fun. But yeah, level 5 main skill, this event week, it's going to be boosted, so it doesn't matter. So the Wigglytuff's actually a more reasonable choice. It's something that doesn't get used all that often. I don't get to see it. I'd love to get some sleep XP on that guy, level him up a little bit. And yeah, there are some interesting thoughts here about, like, it's not just about, like, I'm doing some optimizations, like running the Wigglytuff instead of the Gardevoir. Now, one last thing that I want to notably talk about, Tails. For this particular event, I will hold back on using the Tails. Oh, whoops. I will hold back on using the Tails, even though they are the strongest ingredient, because I think it could be fun. This is going to be interesting for any of those that are in a certain Discord that I'm a part of. Because I was talking about how I'm not a huge fan of tail prep for event weeks. But here's me. I'm going to be doing tail prep. I'll just stockpile any tails that I get from the event and not use them, and then just rely on all the other ingredients that I'm getting. Because I want to use those tails to contribute towards instant boost during Valentine's, hopefully, to contribute extra strength if I could. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to stockpile any tails, but this event week has created a weird, bizarre opportunity for me to have some of them in the bag. So, yeah, this is what we're looking at for our event week. And we're going to be investing the main skills and sub-skill seeds. But, given that we're doing that, I do want to make some pretty big purchases, because even though I have the main skill and the sub-skill seeds to be able to afford this, you can see I have 3, which is exactly what I need. I need 2 for the Vaporeon, 1 for the Heracross. And I have 5 sub-skill main skill seeds. That's 1 for the Heracross, 2 for the Dedenne. That leaves me with 2 in the bag. I do want to have 1 more in case I do catch the Pawmont of my dreams. That way I can get it straight to skill level 6 right away by having 3 backup. And I want to have an additional sub-skill seed because they're not bad things to have around. So, we just got a boatload of sleep points from the Good Sleep Day event. I've had plenty for a while. So we're going to do this. We're going to buy the sub-skill seed from the shop. And then we are getting real spendy here and buying the main skill seed from the free-to-play shop. Down to 472 sleep points. That is a dagger. Because I haven't been that low in sleep points in a long, long time. But I think that it's useful to have them stockpiled up. We'll get 700 more tonight and a couple more, like 200 more over the next couple days. So that hopefully we'll have enough to buy, or we should have enough to buy the good camp, or the easy travel ticket, the standard rigmarole, the easy travel ticket and the main skill seed at the start of next month. But I think this expense is well worth it. So, yeah. If you have enjoyed the video, and maybe learned a thing or two, I don't know, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I thank you guys for watching and hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.